בוקר טוב, אנחנו נמצאים במשלי פרק ב' פסוק א'. Before we're going to start this pasuk, we'd like to ask a question. If you ask people, do you think that you're perfect? What people would say?
Nobody's perfect.
So everybody believes he's not perfect. Okay. I'm sorry? So if you ask people, do you think you're perfect? The answer is going to be no. If you're going to ask them, okay, if you believe that you're not perfect, then why if people give you Otzar or rebuke, you get offended? Why? If you think that you're not perfect and you agree that there is a place to improve and to be better, then why, if somebody tells you something, you get offended?
So you don't agree with what they're criticizing you, huh?
Sorry?
You don't agree with what they're rebuking you on. Meaning someone tells you...
Is it because
you are perfect?
He's telling me that's the issue, or because what he says is wrong?
I don't agree with what he told me. Like
What he told you.
What he's saying about me, for example. Let's say he says you're lazy. So say, I'm not lazy. Like I don't know why you're saying.
No, I'm not talking about lazy.
No, I'm talking about
something else.
Whatever it is.
And if it's not lazy, something else, would you take it?
I'm giving an example, meaning if it's really you, then maybe
yes.
But
I'm asking most people do the if you're gonna ask most, if not all people, do you think you're perfect? Answer is no.
Right. So
why, when people give you rebuke, you get offended?
Some people would, when they get rebuked, they actually take it and put it.
I think it depends who it comes from or what it is,
and how it's given.
Oh, so now you become very sensitive. You agree that something is off, and you also agree that you're not perfect. And if somebody tells you, no, you have to know how to tell me.
That's true, yeah. Right.
It's an issue.
Of course.
It's an issue on whose part?
The person that
receiving.
Exactly.
Oh, but it's,
yes.
But you have to say certain things in a way.
You speak to people.
You know why?
Why?
Because if it's true that you have some issue, and I'm telling you, what's the difference how he said it to you? He said it to you, and hold on. Is it true? Fix it. No. Why did he say it the way he said it? I don't like it.
Oh, the rabbi asked the question.
Forget about the rabbi.
The rabbi asked the question saying, why do you get offended? Because the way you said, okay, you're right. I
said the way he said it.
A lot of times I'm thinking to my wife, it's not necessarily she's criticizing me, but sometimes she'll speak to me in a tone. Don't talk to me like that.
Oh, why? Because you're Mr. Boss.
No, just talk calmly so we can have a conversation.
Okay, forget about the calm and angry. At the end of the day, you are wrong. So admit, that's it. No, the way she said it to me, and how. What are you playing maybe now? She said something to you. You're wrong. Admit. No, the tone, the value. You have to turn on the value.
Contradict
how the rest of the conversation goes. Of course,
it doesn't contradict. I could be wrong.
Do you think I'm going to listen to somebody who's yelling at me? No, hang up on their face.
Okay. Now you're getting angry.
No, because it makes no.
Okay.
Calm down.
It's only conversation. All right. All I'm saying is, if somebody tells something to you, and forget about the tone, get the idea. He said something that you are wrong. Why are you trying to get excused the tone and how and the way? You're wrong. There's a place for you to fix. Fix. No. I'm not going to fix it because the way you said it to me. At the end of the day, she or he was right. So who cares how was the tone?
Yeah,
I'm asking him.
My friend the other day, last week.
You can give me a lot of stories.
He criticized me for something.
Yeah.
And I completely understood. I said, you're 100% right. Did I like to hear what he was saying? Probably not. But I understood.
Stop.
And he was right.
Why not? Why?
Why? Because did I not like to hear it? Yeah, I didn't like to hear it.
Why?
Why? Because it's true.
Ooh.
I don't like to hear the truth sometimes. But I'm appreciative that he told me it.
So now we're going to learn a pasuk. And the pasuk is going to help us how to deal when people tell you things and you have to separate motions to the side and let's deal with the issue. Now, I'm not here to deal with the emotions because for that, go to therapist. I'm not dealing with
That's
this.
why we're here.
No, I'm a therapist. How we can fix. Now, how would you do with emotions now? Emotions is a ba'aya.
He teaches you how to put the emotions.
I don't know. But you can come here and slowly you're going to pick it up.
Rabbi, is that
Hold
not
on. Yeah. There is a problem to people about getting Musar. And the reason is because we all agree that we're not perfect, but we all agree that I don't want to hear that I'm not perfect. I agree that I'm not perfect. But also I agree that whatever you tell me, it's not that part I want to hear. But I'm not perfect, but I'm perfect in a way. Shlomo HaMelech is going to help us to know how to deal with my issues. So number one, he tells us, Kach, Ohev Musar, Ohev Da'at. Someone that likes Musar, he's going to buy knowledge. Vesone Tochachat, someone who hates to hear rebuke. Baal is a dumb, utipesh, he's not going to buy anything. So,
No, it means to buy.
So Shlomo HaMelech Omer lanu po, if somebody tells you, if you like Musar, and Musar means milishon yisurim. מה זה yisurim? Suffer. Nobody likes to hear that he's wrong. Nobody likes to hear he's wrong. Everybody by nature would like to hear I'm good, I'm perfect. The people that you are around with, watch. It's people who give you always compliment. And people that tell you the truth, you're not going to be lying next to them. You'll try to run away from them. Sometimes it can be your mother-in-law, and also your wife, and also your partner, or people around you. The question is, ma'osim. So let's start from here. Do you like Musa? If you like Musa, meaning I look up to become a complete person. And a complete person means that sometimes I do not see my bad midot. And that's okay, because nobody sees their blemish. And nobody sees the bad things about him. But everybody agrees that nobody is perfect. Now, the one that ohev musar, meaning ani rotze, meaning not only that I know that I'm not perfect, but I want to hear. Ani rotze lishmoa musar. Come tell me that I'm wrong. I want to hear that. If that's what's my goal, so if somebody comes and tells you musar, not only that you're not going to be upset at him, you're going to like him, because basically he's helping you to reach your potential.
Doesn't it depend also who's giving you the musar?
What's the difference? Cool.
Because sometimes you could be with an acquaintance and he doesn't like the way you do something or you said something, but I'm saying he doesn't also see what, like, he's involved in the situation. So it's like, you could be arguing with him and he's saying, oh well, you're like that, but what do you mean? Like, I'm not gonna listen to him. I'm not gonna listen because we're in an argument.
When you fight, I'm not gonna do that because you have mixed emotions.
No, but also you just.
But I'm not.
No, fine. So not a fight.
I am not talking about when you have mixed emotions. It's irrelevant.
Not a fight.
It's irrelevant.
Not a fight.
I'm talking if I want to hear, if I want to grow,
yeah,
and if I believe that my growth is when people tell me things that I should fix. Bevadai, when it comes in a soft way, in a nice way, it's much easier to accept. That I agree. Mm-hmm. But I'm talking, forget about how he came to you.
Right.
At the end of the day, if somebody told you something that he is right, how would you approach? Are you going to bring the anger and a sin'ah and you're going to block? Or say no. What he's saying is right. Maybe it was wrong the way he said it. Okay. But what he said, was he right or wrong? If he's right, accept it. למה אתה לא רוצה לקבל את זה? למה אתה לא רוצה לקבל את זה? That's one. Second, and forget about if somebody tells you, the way he approaches, maybe it should be better. Let's say somebody tells you something in a nice way. Why get offended? Why?
He's looking out for you. He's trying to make you better.
Avi, it's so easy to say, but why we're so easy to shut down?
Because you're telling him basically the way you've been dealing with whatever situation is wrong, and he feels offended that
Why are you getting offended? Are you perfect?
No.
So I'm trying to help you. Stop. Once again, are you perfect?
No.
I'm trying to help you. So what you want?
I don't want to hear it.
Okay, so take it. If you want to hear, אומר שלמה המלך, אם אתה רוצה לקבל, listen to me. אומר שלמה, אם אתה רוצה לקבל את זה, תדע לך, אתה תקנה דעת. You'll earn knowledge. You'll become better. ושונא, the one who hates when people tell him things, תדע לך, אתה בער ואתה תישאר בער. You are בער, באמת in Hebrew, זה אדם טיפש. והוא במקרה הזה, זה בן אדם.
Would you say it's a Kshan?
Somebody, no, he's dumb. In other words, he's stupid. Not better?
It's the same thing. I'm saying, if you have somebody that you try giving him
I
advice.
said,
Yes.
בוא לא מחפש תירוצים. בוא נלמד איך לקבל את זה, put emotions on the side, איך לקבל. אמר לי משהו, he said something to me, I have a place to prove, just do it, that's it. And now I'm going home, I'm going all day, and I'm a little down, and
The
I'm
person has to know it.
Okay.
He has to be true to himself. Then.
But ABC.
No, so I'm saying
Uh-huh.
that's the whole thing. So
Uh-huh.
if you know that it's true, but if someone criticizes you, stam, then you don't think it's true, then I'm not gonna listen to him anyway.
Forget about, again, אתה לך פה מסננת, you sift through it.
Right, because everyone's
not
gonna. If you go to everybody, you're gonna have different opinions on how you should change. So
No,
I have
the
to know what
opinions.
my flaws are.
If there is something that there is to fix, but I must give.
You have to,
So
yeah. Oh,
forget
yeah,
about how he said it.
I didn't say how he said
So
it.
forget about how he
I
said
didn't
it.
say how he said
Okay,
it. I
come
didn't say
on.
how he said it. I just said this one's gonna tell you like this, and this one's gonna tell you like this. Okay, so you
לא
have
שאלתי
to
מה
know
אומרים עליי, שאלתי מישהו אמר לי דבר,
that you agree with,
ושאני צריך לתקן,
that you know.
and sometimes and many times people don't want to fix it. It's because and his excuse is the way he said it, how he said it, the tone, it's all excuses. Get to the bottom. The emet, fix it. That's it.
So if someone gives you advice, all right? Now,
Advice. I'm
no,
not.
not advice.
I am not
He's
talking about
giving-
advice.
He's telling you do this, right?
No, למדתי do
Okay.
that. No. אמרתי אוהב מוסר.
Okay, he's criticizing you on something, on the way you're doing something.
Yes.
Okay. Now you say, all right, I listened to this. I'll try changing this. You try doing it, but it's just not working for you, and you keep doing the same.
Okay, that's
thing.
something else. That's something else. That's something else. That's step B. Step A.
Step A, accept it.
That's
Step
it.
B,
خلاص, come on. So
An
let's.
open mind.
I'm here. I'm on step A. You already jumping to step B.
Okay.
Let's stick with step A. Step A is שאדם יהיה מסוגל לקבל that he's not 100%, right? ולדעת להסכים that sometimes your other, your partner or your wife or somebody else, he's right. And it can be in so many aspects in life. It can be in work, it can be in marriage. In marriage, by the way, that's the best place where a person gets molded. Once again, the best place where a person gets molded, meaning somebody's putting you in a shape, it's marriage. Because it's not only marriage, it's also kids. So you got to work on your patience, and you got to work on your anger, and you got to work on to accept somebody's better and smarter, and you're wrong, and we don't like to hear that. The Gemara says in Yevamot, Kol ha'sharui belo isha, sharui belo Torah. Before I got married, Habibi, I learned 18 hours. Now I'm married, I barely make 7 hours. That's one. Second, come on. Albert, you agree?
In English?
I'm asking you, so you agree to what? You don't know.
I don't agree.
You don't agree. The Gemara says, wait, הגמרא אומרת כל השרוי בלא אישה, לא כתוב קוקו. כתוב כל השרוי בלא אישה. שרוי בלא שמחה, married.
Not married, right?
If you're married, then you're happy.
That's what it means? Okay, yeah, I agree.
You agree?
If you're not married, you're not happy.
Like 90%.
90% what? 50% getting divorced. 100% is right. What are you talking about?
50% of us stay married.
They still get stuck.
We learned today, Rabbi, in Daf Yud Aleph Amud.
You said they stay for their stuff.
For what is it?
Call it out, ולא ishara.
אני אמרתי שרעה? Why are you twisting words?
We didn't
I
say what
said,
kind of isha.
הגמרא אומרת כל השרוי בלא אישה, לא כתוב אישה רעה.
We didn't say what type.
וגם כן יש בעל רע גם כן. So it works both ways. So now let's go back. So let's go back. So now let's think. כל השרוי בלא אישה, שרוי בלא שמחה. How does it work? People think the opposite. I'm not married. I'm happy. Free. Can do whatever I want. However I want. Nobody tells me what time to come home and why you're late and where were you today. No questions and no investigations. I'm happy. How come the Gemara says Kol ha-sharui belo isha, sharui belo simcha? You hear the question, Mr. Albert? So ma pshat. You have no pshat. And you disagree with the Gemara also right here.
Based on what we're explaining, is it not?
I'm just saying.
Wow. Do you think people who are married are more happy?
Are happier?
Are happier than people who are single?
I would say yes.
Who is happier?
I would say the married person.
Are they?
Actually, I don't know. 50-50 really.
When you're
I know people who are not married who are miserable. Not miserable, but like, they're not, they can't find happiness. They're just not,
And I'm telling you,
who are single.
but those people, even if he gets married, he's not gonna be happy. Continue. Next.
Maybe. And I see people, well, looks can be deceiving. So if you don't really know the person, you never really know.
So let's go in. Just zoom in. What do you think? Is he happy in his marriage?
Really, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, not the married people. Married people are, I think most of them are happy.
Yeah.
Unless their mind wanders and then they end up getting divorced.
So 50% of people are getting divorced.
50% of people, I would say, have for sure have other thoughts, and that's what leads them getting divorced.
I hear.
Maybe
So
they get married
Bekitsu.
early and they want to have fun, and then they're
You see, I got married early,
No, it's that maybe they get married early,
and now
they're
we.
not mature enough, so their mind wanders when they are married for other girls and things and cars, and then they get sidetracked, and then they're not, and then become
So Bekitsu.
it grows within them that they're not happy.
So Bekitsu, if you get married early, you're not happy, and if you get married later,
some
Bekitsu. Yeah.
people who are not mature, who get married early, end up getting divorced. That's all I'm saying.
I hear. So Bekitsu, it's an issue.
I got married somewhat early. I don't feel like I'm missing out.
You're okay. When is your next vacation to Bahamas?
We're trying for July. We'll see.
Okay, we're Italy or
No, not Italy.
okay. So that it's checked already.
Checked off.
That's okay. Baruch Hashem.
Got it out of her system.
Okay, good,
Yeah,
good,
we're gonna
good.
go to Italy.
Okay.
Could care less.
So based on this,
אני רוצה להגיד לכם דבר שזה אמת לאמיתה. The Gemara is not talking about all the yo-yos. The Gemara doesn't even bother even to talk about them. Let them deal with the nonsense. They're not going to get out of the garbage anyway. The Gemara talks about people who learn, and their mission in life is to reach to their potential. The Gemara talks, כל השרוי בלא אישה, שרוי בלא שמחה, שרוי בלא תורה. The Gemara talks about people שהם בני עלייה. The people שהם בני עלייה, they are in the growth process. They're growing. and they're growing every day. They're growing, and they're reaching, or at least they try to reach the potential. You know what does it mean? It means kach. All the Torah that they learned before they got married, that's only to get you ready to the real life. Meaning, when you got bar mitzvah and you learn Gemara, ולמדת את כל המצוות, ולמדת את כל החסדים, ולמדת את כל התורה. It's a prep for marriage, for getting married. Because once you get married, now all the musar and all the Torah that you learned comes into action. You learn of midat akas, right? In the yeshiva, the rabbi gave you a class not to get angry. Okay, it's so easy not to get angry when you're in school because you're happy, we play, we go out for pizza, we're having lunch together. Here and there, there's always issues, but overall, you're a happy kid in school because you got friends and you hang out, correct? So where's the anger, where that the cause comes out? Not really. But once you get married, you have all the reasons to be angry. Whether it's the wife, mother-in-law, or both, and the kids, or all together, doesn't end. Now I want to see how you work on your cars. Now all the Torah that you learned, it comes into action. So it's midat hakas, and now also comes midat hesed. How do you help your wife? What do you think? She sees you. Habibi, the wife, she reads you quick. Forget it, you're lost. So marriage could be either Gehinam or Gan Eden. It's Gan Eden only if you have one mission in your head. She is there to help me to become better. So yes, it's a challenge, but the challenge is to take myself and to reach my potential. Now, don't get me wrong. Abraham's marriage, Abraham Avinu. What do you think? How's Abraham's marriage? We see some issues over there, with up and downs. So Avinu tells Abraham, listen, I want you to get married to a second one. Who asked you to give me a second wife? Who wants the second wife? Makatu, he took Hagar, not because he wanted Hagar, just because he listened to her voice. And later on, within a year, not even, there's an issue between Sarah and Hagar. And she comes to Abraham, Ishpot Hashem beni ubenecha, may Hashem judge between us two. You hear how she behaves towards me, how she acts towards me, and you don't say anything. Ishpot Hashem beni ubenecha. Abraham tells her, okay, do whatever you want. Sarah ma'ana et Hagar, and Hagar ran away. At the end, Malach comes to Hagar, tells her, Habibi, go back to Sarah, and you can have a child. That's exactly what happened, right? The next story, Abraham has an issue with his wife. Why? Sarah tells Abraham, kick Ishmael out of the house, him and his mother. Excuse me? Habibi, who was the one who pushed me to get married to Hagar, if it wasn't you? And because of you, I got Ishmael, and now you tell me kick him out of the house? Makarapo. Is there any issue between Abraham and Sarah, yes or no?
Yeah. I mean, he questioned and he
didn't question. Yes, it was a fight.
Hashem had to tell him.
So Hashem had to do shalom bait.
Yeah.
Oh, so even Abraham and Sarah had a shalom bait. And who won?
Sarah.
So who won? Yeah. Who was right? Now who won? Who was right?
We don't know.
We do know.
No, because Ishmael are giving us problems.
Habibi, lo sha'alti problems.
Who
was right? Sarah or Abraham? Open Chumash. No, Abraham.
No, Rabbi.
No. Before the Rabbi. Wait. Just let's open the Chumash. Hold on. Let's open. On page 55, Batomer Pasuk Yud. Batomer לאברהם. גרש, 55, גרש האמה הזאת ואת בנה. Kick this maid and her son. פסוק י"א, וירע הדבר מאוד בעיני אברהם. Abraham felt terrible. How can I throw my son out of the house? Because Abraham doesn't want to throw him out, and Sarah says yes. Now, not only the Sarah tells Abraham, kick the son out of the house, also the wife. You gave me my wife, and now you tell me kick the wife out of the house. It's like just imagine that what your wife does. Listen, we gotta move. I don't want to stay here. I don't like Brooklyn. Let's get out of here. So where do you want to? I don't know. We're going to Jersey. Let's go to Florida. Florida and sunny and it's good and grass and green and the kids need to run. What do you have over here? It's not a life. Kitsu, you pack your whole house and you move to Florida. As you get to Florida there, she's happy and you're happy. She tells you what to buy and how to buy. And within a year, I don't like this house. I don't want to be here. Let's get out of here. Excuse me? You told me to come here. So I came here. And I did not ask you to, in the beginning, to come here, to begin with. So I'm here because of you. And once we're here, you tell me, I don't like this house. Let's get out of here. Is she normal?
You normal?
Is she?
She's normal.
No, she's not normal.
She's the one who wanted to move?
Yeah?
Yeah, she's not normal.
No, she's not normal.
And then she complains about the new place.
She didn't like
Huh? Is she normal?
No, she's not normal.
Okay. And normal husband will listen to her now?
No.
Good. So Abraham Avinu Lechora, that's Albert's
That's going to be held over forever.
But guess what? That's a good bet. Good, Mr. Albert. It's a good pasuk for Shalom Bayit. Yeah. Kol, not sometimes. Kol asher tomar elecha Sarah, shema bekola. לאט לאט, כל אשר תאמר אליך שרה, שמע בקולה. What does it mean?
everything she says.
Whatever she tells you, you have to listen. Wow.
That's a tough one.
Why? What a tough. Tough is not even the right word. I'm stuck.
This is not a mitzvah, though, is it?
No. That's what Hashem commanded Abraham.
Hashem commanded Abraham to whatever she says, you have to listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's only if his wife is Sarah.
That's only if
And
she's right.
you Abraham.
Only
Yeah.
if she's right. Only if she's,
Look at if she is right. Hashem,
what does Rashi say about this?
you can look also on תוספות. אבל זה מה שכתוב.
Sweet.
חילה.
I have very kids.
אני שואל שאלה. Abraham had an easy marriage over here. It seems like no. A little rocky, up and down. And let me ask you, and it's Hak Berivka, how was their marriage?
No arguments.
Some over there, must have no arguments. Two different directions. It's Hak is in his own world. He thinks how everything he thinks. And 123 years after, he wakes up one day and he sees, wow. Everything is illusion. That was a big mistake over here. He wants to give Berachah to his son based on all the heshbonot, whatever he thought he is right. Comes his wife behind his back. We also have chestmate. Boom. She gives the Berachot to Yaakov. ומה קורה שמה? Everything is silent.
Okay.
Everything is silent. She thinks different than it's hack. And the it's just like it's like you're in an aquarium. Everything is quiet, but everybody thinks something different. Better, Rahel. Look at Yaakov and Rahel. Give me kids. Hava li banim. V'm'ayin meta anochi. And Yaakov says, "Excuse me, well, I'm God." And later on with the terafim, Bakitzu. Yaakov had an easy time. Also, doesn't like.
It's only like one argument.
Asmap shot. Asmap. Oh, that's the key. What are we learning from here? באמת, what are we learning? A wife is more than a chavota. Is your best, and once again, if she's not a mental problem, she is your best friend. She is your best friend. And she is your friend for life. Gam olam hazeh, v'gam olam haba. That's if you understand what is marriage. If you understand that a wife is your mirror and she is there to help you, you shouldn't get upset ever. Why should you get upset? Why should you get upset? There is no reason in the world for you to be upset at her. Zero. And you know something? We men, sometimes we're so selfish. We don't understand what they go through. We don't. When we say every morning, Shalom Asani Isha, you know what it is, Shalom Asani Isha? It's the pain that she goes through every month. If we get a little headache, so we drop work and we go to bed because I have a little headache. We'll shut down. A little headache, go to bed, keep the kids quiet because you have a headache. She has headache, her entire body in pain, and she cooks, and she takes care of the kids, and she makes dinner, and the house is perfect. And after all, she has a husband on her head to tell her she's wrong. Efo lot ben Adam, zero, and she doesn't complain. And they have it every month and every week and day by day. You try to babysit your kids only for 6 hours, I want to see. You'll jump. You'll go nuts every 5 minutes. I don't know, what should I do? I don't know what to do with the kid. I don't know. Where's the food? Go cook. I cook. You're going to give them raw food. You're going to give them. You know what? Let's go to the restaurant. I don't know what to do. So you try to get away out of responsibility by running away to a restaurant because you don't know, because you're not cooking. So she cooks. She runs the whole house. And if your wife works, don't you dare even open your mouth because she has to wear 5 hats. She has to be a wife. She has to be a mother. She has to work. She got to do the laundry, and she runs the whole house. And you want her pretty. And when you come home, she has to look fresh. And you still have what to say. Do you know what they go through? We don't even think. We are free spirits. We are a bird who flies, do whatever we want in a way. We come home at night time, get 3 hours. All she's asking you, just help me with the kids to put them to sleep. That's all she asks. Or do homework with them. Or Sunday, let's spend time together. And I can't. So you want to watch your phone and your videos? Leave me alone now. I need my time. You want her to understand that you need some time. Where is your brain to understand what she needs? And that's where a lot of men, they don't think. We don't think. I remember once, I don't know where is people's brain. A couple years ago, not 2 or 3 years ago, I got a phone call from a wife. She gave birth before Rosh Hashanah. And the husband wants to go to his parents because shul is closer to him. You hear this? Watch this. It's her parents and his parents. His parents, it's about 5 minutes away, and her parents is about 25 minutes away or 20 minutes away. She gave birth a couple of days before Rosh Hashanah. So he tells her, I want to go to my parents because shul is next to my parents. Now let me ask you, Do you get that she just gave birth? Do you know what it's been to be pregnant for 9 months and to give birth and to come out of the hospital 3 days, 4 days before Rosh Hashanah, and you can only see yourself? Because if I go to my parents, I can, I'm gonna walk only 5 minutes. But if I gotta go to your parents, I'm gonna have to walk 20 minutes. Now let's think. A wife, when she gives birth, she needs help. Her child, she needs help. If she goes to her mother-in-law, do you think it's the same thing? Why don't you get it? Why don't you get it? But what do you mean? Shul is 5 minutes away. So your hishbon, your math is, if I'm gonna go to my parents and the shul is 5 minutes away, so I'm saving 15 minutes. Do you hear what this means? It means all the pain and all what she's gonna go through on one scale, and you're covered on for 15 minutes extra to walk. Who comes first? You? And she's on the phone. What can I do? The minute that they met, it blew me away. You're so dumb. You're so dumb. So instead of fighting, what I did, I called the guy and I told him, Mr. So-and-so, I need your favor. Yeah, Rabbi. Yeah, for me, yeah, for sure. This is what I know. I just moved to East 28. I used to be 18. I moved to 28. Her parents is on that direction, and his parents is on a different direction. So I told him, listen, I just moved to my new house. Would you mind to walk with me Rosh Hashanah? I need some help. It's a little far, the shul. I just need someone to walk with me in the morning. Would you care? No. So he called his wife. He has no idea that you called me. But listen, I think we're gonna go to your parents. You wouldn't believe Rabbi Admoni asked me if I could walk with him. I have zechut. Walk down Rosh Hashanah. Is his zechut? That's how I did.
His wife from him.
She doesn't care now if he loves her now or not. He found a way to keep me in my house, but my parents didn't have to go to his parents. Okay, that's on my part. But why don't you even think what she goes through? You can only see 5 minutes, sure, so far. You think that if she's going to go to your parents, she's going to feel the same way if she goes to her parents? Why are you so blind? Marriage makes you think. Marriage makes you not only to think, to put sometimes your needs on the side and take care of her and your kids first. All it takes is think. Tashov. And I'm not talking. I'm not even talking about hesed. It's no hesed tashov. Think as a mensch. If you're going to see somebody over there with tzal, wouldn't you run and help? Is your wife any different? If we can get this down from our brain to the heart, do you know how many problems we can solve in marriages? You know how many problems we can solve? And this is the ingredients for not only a good and healthy marriage, this is a happy marriage. But many, many times it's our fault that we don't see their pain. We don't, because you're never there. You tell your wife, go to your mother for one day. Go and join with your mother or go to do pedicure, manicure. Just go with her. I'll take care of the kids. See? To be with the kids. Today is, what is this? First day where school is over, right? Camp is next week. You got 1 week. You got 1 week. Do it. Be a man. Send her for vacation to her parents, and you tell her, listen, you know what? You Take the whole day, go out with your mother for shopping, and I'll take up the kids. Take them to the park, give them dinner, give them lunch, go pet them. Do it. Try one day. Be a mother one day. You see, it's not easy. You see how every hour or two you're going to call what to do and how to do. And she does it for 10, 15 years, 20 years. And we don't even appreciate it sometimes. And we take this for granted. Yeah, this is life. No, it's wrong. Yeah, but I'm bringing a parnasa. Give me a break. How many hours in office you do nothing and she works at that time? If we can think of what she goes through, our marriage can be so much better to understand my overet. Now, let's get back to the second. This is the message Shel Hayom, Albert, and with this we're gonna finish. A wife, and again I'm talking about no normal average wife. She is your best friend because she could really molded you to become such a great person if you can accept and listen to her words. וזה מה שהגמרא אומרת, כל השרוי בלא אישה שרוי בלא תורה, כי התורה of marriage is the true Torah, זה התורה האמיתית. כל השרוי בלא אישה שרוי בלא שמחה, it's only because when you married and you feel what she needs, and you feel what your kids need, and you have to work on yourself, you are reaching your real potential, and that's why you're happy. You're happy because you know you're doing something right. You know what I did last night and 2 nights ago, this is the right move. Maybe you had to spend more money. Maybe you had to spend more time with the kids. Maybe you slept less because she needed your help. But that's perfect. Feel for her. If we can take this message today, אומר שלמה המלך, תדע לך, אוהב מוסר, אוהב דעת. You're going to earn knowledge. And the other way, ba'al. You're stupid and you'll end up stupid also. You're never going to grow.
Rabbi, I have like 2 titles.
קודם כל גם